Whatever you can do and dream you can, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Begin.
Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to Black Excellence Daily. I'm your host, Sean Croxton. Thank you so much for tuning in. We've got the late, great Wally Amos on the show today. If you've never heard of Wally Amos, he was the founder of a very popular cookie company called Famous Amos Cookies. I read one of his books called The Power in You a couple years ago. Very inspiring book. And when I was reading it, I realized something. I realized somewhat of a common denominator when I read books about successful, old school successful Black folks. And here's that common thread. Almost all of them were inspired by the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It's an old school book, came out in maybe 1930, 1932, but that's where they learned how to become successful. That's where they learned the mindset. That's where they learned the principles, and they went ahead and applied the principles, such as having a definite major purpose, having a burning desire, the power of a mastermind group, how to reprogram your subconscious mind using auto-suggestion, how to have faith and believe in yourself that it can be done. Like all of that is in the book. And I bring it up because we've had Dr. Shelby Steele on the show a couple times, and he's always talking about how, people, they're afraid of freedom and they don't know it. And they give away their responsibility to other people and they blame other people for how their life is going because freedom is so hard and we don't want to admit it. And he said something in a reel that I posted of him, Dr. Steele, a couple of weeks ago. He said this: when you don't know how to be successful, freedom becomes a humiliation. I want to put the emphasis on the front end of that. When you don't know how to be successful, when you read Think and Grow Rich, you will, by the time you're done with those 280 pages or so, you will know exactly how to be successful. And then it's up to you to go ahead and apply what you learned, having the courage to go out there and apply what you learned. After you read that book, there is no excuse. And you get to witness and understand the power of your mind. Your mind, I've said it so many times, like the system in your mind is more powerful than any other system in the world. But you have to know that it's there, and you have to know that you can use it. And then you have to apply it. Then you have to be patient. Then you have to take action, and you have to believe in yourself, apply those principles, and the success that you want will happen for you. But you got to know the rules first. So I encourage you again, read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. When you're done with that, read Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice by Dr. Dennis Kimbrough. Because there are stories of people in the 1800s, early 1900s, Black folks who were crushing it back then, which shows you that you have the power of agency, you have the power of taking responsibility, and you have the power of your mind to create whatever you want. So read those books. Wally Amos is coming up.
Inspired by Napoleon Hill, who wrote his book, Think and Grow Rich. I've written a few books myself, but I put together, because I do like watermelon. I mean, even on my shoes, I have watermelon. You can see them later. I have special showing of my shoes after this lecture this morning. But because I like watermelon so much, I've taken the word watermelon and given each alphabet a certain meaning. And I put together my own Watermelon Credo. And it's so interesting how it parallels Napoleon Hill's principles and his ideas also. So I'm going to share that with you this morning, and you'll see a lot of similarity, because I mean, there's only life, there's only ideas, and they are presented in various ways by many, many people. But the core of life is always the same. It never, ever changes. That's the truth that never, ever changes. So I have the W. And in Watermelon, the W says, whatever you believe creates your reality. Now, Napoleon Hill had a different way of saying it. He said, your thoughts create your reality. That thoughts are things. And he talks about burning desire. I related to that when I started Famous Amos, because I had, in 1975, March 10th, when I started Famous Amos in Hollywood, California, I had a burning desire to open one store selling chocolate chip cookies. That was it. People thought I was crazy. You can't just sell one cookie. I said, why not? I've got the best. If you got the best, you don't need all the rest. And so I believed that. I believed in myself. Even though I had never opened a store selling anything before, high school dropout, but I believed that I was capable, that I would be willing to open that one store, because I had a burning desire. Another word for burning desire is passion. You have to feel it. You have to live it. You have to taste it. You have to see it all the time. You have to be thinking of ways that you can succeed all the time. So there are great parallels between what I believed and what Napoleon Hill believed. If you conceive and believe, you will achieve. It's a simple formula. However, it really does work, because come up with an idea. If you can believe in that idea, put all your energy into that idea, you'll achieve it. It's just a simple, it's math. And math works every time, regardless of who the user is. So, believe in yourself, believe in your ideas. Don't let people tell you you're silly or you're this or you're that. So what? Be yourself, be true to who you are, and always do your best. The M says, make commitments, not excuses. Napoleon Hill wrote a lot about commitment, definiteness of purpose, being on target. What do you want? You have to be focused. You have to be sure. You have to see it. And you have to think about it every single day. You have to create affirmations about it every single day, because that penetrates to your subconscious and ultimately produces in your life what it is that you are visualizing in your mind's eye. I will is commitment. It's not I try, I hope, or I guess. It's I will. There was a great poem written years ago by Goethe that says, until one is committed, there is hesitancy, the chance to draw back. Always in effectiveness, concerning all acts of initiative and creation, there is one elementary truth, the ignorance of which kills countless ideas and splendid plans, that the moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. All sorts of things occur that would otherwise never have occurred. I am living testimony of that. When I started Famous Amos 1975 in Hollywood, California, I didn't even know that Kuala Lumpur and Malaysia existed, because I was a high school dropout. I went to Food Trades Vocational High School. They didn't care about history. They cared about biscuits and mashed potatoes and cooking. They didn't care about history. So, but how did I know that I'd open a store in Kuala Lumpur in 1983 that would grow to 50 plus stores throughout Malaysia. But I was committed to open one store. If my commitment was not there to open that one store, all the other stores never would have happened. So it is about committing to an idea, a whole stream of events, issues, from the decision raising in one's favor all manner of unforeseen incidents and meetings and material assistance which no man could have dreamed would have come his way. I've learned a deep respect for one of Gerda's couplets. Whatever you can do and dream you can, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Begin. Start, begin, and then the task will be completed. The fastest runner in the world will not cross the finish line unless he begins the race. He's got to get out of the starting block. And every step that he takes along the way has got to be his best. He can't think for a second about losing, not finishing the race. He can't think for a second about what the other runners are doing, because the only thing that matters is what he's doing. He's committed to doing his best.
That was Wally Amos kicking off the week. You can watch today's talk on YouTube. It's called Keynote Speaker Wally Amos. Hey, stay tuned in this week. We got Myron Golden on tomorrow. Wednesday, Dr. George C. Fraser. Thursday, Rock T. And then we wrap things up with Dr. Dennis Kimbrough on Friday. Enjoy your day. I'm out. Peace.